This trend is all over my Instagram and Pinterest feed, as well as my direct messages from you guys asking me to show you how to create this optical illusion French nails. And that's what we are going to do in this video. I also was thinking, how can I make it a little easier and faster, and realized that I have French tips by Optical, which have these special lines to create smile line for French nails. So we are going to try this and see if they are going to make it easier. Let's get started.
Hello guys, this is Anastasia. I will be using Gel X French Manicure Soft Gel Tips by Optical. They have these special lines for French nails, so I thought it is going to make it easier to create this design. So let's see if my predictions are correct. This is my model for today. She has standard nails, a little bit damaged, like couple nails because of the rough product removal previously. So first I file them short, push back the cuticles with orange wood stick, and do some prep with electric nail file. I worked with this model before, I think a year ago or something, and I remember that her nails were in great condition back then, and she was actually able to grow them long because we were doing overlay. But now you can see they don't look like this, and this is because of the improper product removal. Do you see this white spot in the middle of the nail? It looks like so many layers are missing here, so we're going to be super gentle when working and prepping these nails. I am using flame bead with red abrasive mark. The speed is 14,000 rotations per minute. If you would like to feel confident when working with electric nail file, whether you're doing product removal, fills, or dry manicure, check out my online class eFile 101. This class is for you even if you have never tried using electric nail file, or you did and couldn't figure it out. The drill bit is suddenly stopping, or client is experiencing heat spikes, or over time you realize that you filed the nail too much. We will learn everything about drill bit's correct speed, angle, and pressure. You will not be afraid to use eFile anymore. The class includes theory lessons as well as practice lessons using swatch sticks, eggs, tips, your own nails, and hands-on practice on models. You will get a mini nail drill bits mini ebook. By the end of the course, you will get a certificate and CEU credits. Each assignment will be graded by a live teacher, so you will always have feedback on your work. Follow the link in the description box to join the class. Meanwhile, I finished dry manicure and continue with the prep. I'm using 180 grit side of the buffer. Since we are dealing with the nails that are damaged, I do my best to be super gentle to them. I do not press and use a very light touch because our goal is only to remove the surface shine. Then we need to find the perfect size of the tip. And this part is very important. It should perfectly match the size of the natural nail from one side to the other. So make sure you check them both when finding this perfect size. After that, I'm going to apply dehydrator on the nail plate, let dry, and then I'm going to use non-acid primer. Since I'm using a pre-system, I will be using the same products. By the way, I recently received a big French gel tips kit from Optical, and I will be doing unboxing in one of my next videos. Then I apply a special gel tip primer on the other side of the tip. The goal is to prep the tip for applying it onto the nail, so we're not going to waste time by doing this manually using electric nail file. I apply it on all tips at once because there's no reason to do it one by one. This way it is going to be faster. And then we need to apply a base coat on natural nails. Do not apply too much and do not touch the surrounding skin. And then I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds in LED. A pre-nail system, they have their own extend gel, but I decided to use this time this solid gel nail glue by Betsy because this is super thick and I have to say it is super convenient to work with it. And also I'm going to show you a little trick on how to make soft gel extensions last longer and look perfect even after 3 or 4 weeks. So you may have noticed that I'm applying the tip not all the way to the cuticle, I leave an actual margin. And I do this on purpose. By the way, if you're going to apply the tip all the way to the cuticle, first you also need to check if this shape perfectly matches with the shape of the nail. But since I do not apply it all the way, I do not need to worry about it. Then we cure it in LED for 1 minute, and I'm going to use a carbide bit to carefully file off this part, and I'm touching only the tip. Now this is important. If you guys never tried using carbide bits, please do not try this on your nails right away because there is a danger of overfiling natural nail. Since soft gel tips are super easy to file, this doesn't take long, so it literally took me like 5 minutes. So this is what the nails look like now. But now we have a margin, so what do we do about it? I'm going to use a soft gel. You can also use any builder or thick consistency base coat and apply it to this part where we only have a bare nail. And no, I'm definitely not going to waste more time on filing or shaping something. My goal is to apply it near the cuticle so that I will not need to file it afterwards. That's why I apply it in 2 steps. First, I use detailer brush, apply it near the cuticle, and then I make sure that we do not have any margin with gel and the tip. If you're using medium consistency, it is pretty easy to achieve. The point of this trick is that once the nail grows, you will not have any lifting near the cuticle, and also they're going to look thin and natural, because normally if you do not prep soft gel tips at all and just apply them super close to the cuticle, you will see this margin once they start to grow longer. I know it may look a little complicated, like I'm doing some additional work, but trust me, it was all pretty quick. Then I cure it in LED for 1 minute and let's do illusion design. So I decided to do an ombre on one nail, and all the rest of the nails we're going to do French ombre. So first I apply light lilac color on half of the nail and purple on the other side. With detailer brush, I'm making sure that this cuticle line is perfect and that we have enough color all over. And then you can use a brush of your choice. I prefer using ombre brush and gently blend the colors. By the way, this way of doing ombre is one of the easiest ones. But I'm not going to lie, this design is not the easiest one on the planet. If you've been following me for a while, you may have noticed that normally I do very simple designs that actually anyone can try and repeat. But this design is not one of those. I mean, I'm not saying that not anyone can do it, of course you can, but this one is a little complicated. First, I'm going to apply these 2 colors the same way I just did, but not on the entire nail, only on the nail bed area. And since this tip have these lines, it is going to be easier to create it, but in the real life, not much. I mean, yes, when you see this line, you kind of have an idea on how to create this French nail, but as I blend the colors, you can see that the color is still going outside this border, so I have to clean it all the time. So this is my conclusion. No, these tips didn't make it any easier to create French illusion design. However, they do make it easier when creating regular white French nails or any other color, and I'm going to show you that in my next videos. So then I do the same with the second coat, blend it again, and this is how we get this beautiful ombre. And then I do the second coat on the nail bed area. On the second coat, it's a little easier because we already have the background, but still you need to repeat the same process all over again. Blend, clean, make sure the smile line is symmetrical, clean it again, cure, and then I'm going to do the free edge in the same way, but I'm going to use the opposite color. So if you did lilac color on the left side and purple on the right side, when you're doing the free edge, you need to use the opposite colors. And this is the main trick and secret of creating this illusion design. And sometimes the color may accidentally go on top of the other, so make sure to clean it. If you never did ombre or you're struggling with it, I do not recommend you to use any extreme or dark colors such as black or dark brown or dark red. Just try something lighter first. The easiest colors for blending are glitters, neon colors, and pastel shades. Then I did the same on the free edge, the second coat. I apply 2 colors, then I blend them, and then we cure it for 1 minute. And wow, this took me a while even though I had these tips, so I have to say this design is not one of the fastest. But I think it's worth it. It does look pretty good. What do you guys think? Then we seal it with the top coat and the design is ready. If you guys will be trying this design or this trick with the soft gel tips, please do not forget to tag me on Instagram. I would love to see your works. Thank you so much for watching. If this is your first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post new nail art tutorials just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye.